Hi everybody, this is Taro Ingi. Today we're doing pick a card with 3 Major Arcana cards. I'm doing a series of these. I have already done 9, I think, so go and look up the videos. It should be 3 previously that I've done, but today I'm doing the Hermit, the Fool, and the Hierophant. And if you feel drawn to any of these cards, perhaps there is a spiritual lesson you are learning currently. So timestamps is below as well. Okay, let's get started. The Hermit is a very profound card, possibly one of the most powerful cards, certainly in the top 3 most powerful cards in the whole deck. This card reminds me of Odin. It's a 9 in numerology. It speaks of the human consciousness in a very profound way. It speaks of having many experiences and being very wise as a result, learning from every single situation in your life. The Hermit speaks of the past, as all 9 cards, like the number 9, which is in the Major Arcana cards, is the Hermit and the Moon. And so those 2 cards are actually connected. It speaks of all the different phases in your life, and the Hermit seeks to understand all of it. They could be walking away from an old way of life or an old way of thinking. They could be in deep prayer when this card shows up. This is a very meditative card. There is often an ending also in how they earn their money, because they want to have a deeper connection to their life. So there's often also a change in their life mission as well. They are being guided to step up because they have what it takes to be a leader. There is a deepening of connection to Source, the creator of all that is. And because of this, the seeker is often a leader. They often draw people to them that need help. For some, this is an initiation to bring new knowledge to the earth. The spiritual lessons often teaches the seeker to be more patient, to go inwards. They often learn skills that are out of this world, telepathic communication, especially to animals, and they're often guided to bring old traditions back to life. The ultimate lesson is to bring something back from the past, but in a way that can be understood. There is an opening in the seeker in regards to what they believe is possible, and therefore they often change their interest in life, and they want to spend time connecting with creator of all, their guides. They want to have a direct connection to divinity. Their social circles often become smaller because they are going inwards, but the people that do remain in their lives are very valuable friends and soul family members. Sometimes this card speaks of becoming a master astrologer, animal healer or healer, and medicine men and women. This is a card for the old soul who can spend a lot of time alone. They are not afraid of being alone. They are not scared of being alone because they have the whole universe in the palm of their hands. And that is the lesson and the spiritual initiation in the Hermit. The Fool. The Fool is a very good card as well. Of all the powerful cards in the Major Arcana cards, I think the most powerful is the Hermit, the Moon, the Fool, and Judgment. So the Fool is also a very powerful card. It has this 0, which makes it really powerful. 0 is creator of all, and therefore when it shows up in your reading, it speaks of a time in your life when you have no fear. Creator takes away all the fear. So the joy and the optimism can be unlike anything you have ever experienced. And that means that you will experience profound joy and a very strong connection to your soul. It's a feeling of everything is possible and everything is meaningful. This is the opposite of nihilism. This is when everything is profoundly meaningful all of a sudden, and you feel a deep connection to everything. The ultimate lesson in the Fool is to live without attachment. Certainly not attachments that will harm you or hurt you. This is about freedom to be yourself. So you could be lifted out of your environment when you get this card, or something will shift and you'll see another point of view. When you come out of the Fool, you will have had experiences that will make you understand yourself so much more. You could have come out of it with a lot of questions as well. because no one really understands the Fool, because not very many people are in this energy. But when you're put in it, it's more like you're being put in it more than choosing to be in it. So you're being put in this state almost. And that is so that you will most likely completely go out of your comfort zone. Many will travel to another country. They will just leave something behind and go on an epic journey somewhere. It is because they needed to shake up the status quo. Where they were at was not teaching them anything about life that will have the same effect on their soul. So basically, while they're in this Fool energy, that can be the lessons of several lifetimes in a short period of time. And that's why it's so beneficial to be in this energy. So this initiation is only the beginning. Then what follows is for the seeker to unravel what they have been through and to try and understand what it was. And it gives the seeker profound wisdom. And it gives them an ability to put in practice everything they've learned. They get to understand their own mind. But it's a very childlike innocence in the Fool. And that's a true blessing and lesson in the Fool when it's a spiritual initiation. The Hierophant is a very positive card in the tarot. So when the seeker is in the Hierophant spiritual lesson, there's often a deepening in commitment, there's often marriage, there's often religion. The backdrop could be that they're very involved in religion. So with the Hierophant, the reason why they're in the matrix in a deep way is actually to be an individual while surrounded with a lot of people who could be heavily invested in groupthink. They want you to think for yourself while you're inside all the cultural and religious conditioning. You could be asking yourself, why are these traditions important in the first place? The blessing in the Hierophant is that you will be able to explain why the values that you are sharing are important. So it's not just having a set of values, it's also to understand why they are important. When communicated with harmony, there will be a deepening in relationships, in love and friendships as well. There could be changes in how you're eating, in how you're sleeping. But there's actually a purification in the Hierophant where spiritual practice becomes part of your everyday life in every moment. You could start seeing people more at a core level, and that is also including groups of people and traditions and institutions, and wanting to purify the very core of society at a profound level. There's often also a developing of true compassion. The seeker's immune system is often strengthened when this card is a spiritual initiation, because there's something very profound happens where they're able to live very much in harmony with who they are and what they're doing. So what they believe and what they're doing is in harmony, and that is a very healing experience for the seeker often, where they're no longer at odds or feel like they have to live a lie or feel like they have to pretend, or they get to live a very truthful, honest life. That is the lesson and also the purpose of Hierophant. It is to live a very honest and honorable life that the seeker is very proud of. So that is a spiritual lesson in Hierophant.